Fate works in mysterious ways. The moment Yu-Yan arrived at the mansion, he brushed past the young master. A brief glance, and their connection quietly began. The house manager asked the new Yu-Yan to greet the grandmother. Not fully understanding the rules, he knocked on the door and walked in. The grandmother instantly frowned, scolding him for being rude. She said no one could enter her room without permission. Yu-Yan felt a wave of frustration, and his eyes welled up. He had just followed instructions, yet he ended up being scolded. Unbeknownst to him, the young master had seen it all, and the image etched itself into his heart. At the welcome dinner that night, Ju-hyuk saw Yu-Yan. He stared at him for a moment, then looked away nervously and ran off. At the dinner table, the grandmother mentioned the heiress of a wealthy family, hoping Ju-hyuk would consider marriage soon. Unexpectedly, Ju-hyuk said, "I already have someone I like." He glanced around the room, but Yu-Yan was nowhere to be seen. He didn't think much of it. They would meet again eventually. He laid down to sleep, only to notice a hair tie on the pillow beside him. Upon closer inspection, it was identical to the one Yu-Yan wore. Meanwhile, Yu-Yan couldn't sleep in the new room. He went out for a walk in the middle of the night and accidentally ran into the young master listening to music. He nervously explained he couldn't sleep, and when he tried to go back, he got lost. Ju-hyuk couldn't help but smile. He walked over and handed him the hair tie. Yu-Yan grabbed it quickly, blurted out some awkward English. "Can you change this high-tech? Get this Tadagaga." He didn't even know what he was saying. Yu-Yan never expected that this high-ranking heir was worried about his sleep, and Ju-hyuk never expected that Yu-Yan's bed was even more comfortable than his own luxury bed he'd slept in for 20 years. Yu-Yan was stunned. On their very first meeting, the young master forced him to swap beds. He almost thought the young master was crazy. Who would blame insomnia on a bed being too soft? Meanwhile, Ju-hyuk lay in his bed, thinking about Yu-Yan's smile, and slowly drifted off to sleep. The next morning, Yu-Yan woke up in the young master's bed, stretching comfortably. He noticed a photo deliberately placed on the corner of the table. It showed the young master as a child. A small smile appeared on Yu-Yan's face. He gently brushed off the dust and carefully set the photo upright. Then he began his busy day. But at breakfast, Ju-hyuk was nowhere to be seen. The family was surprised. The usually disciplined Ju-hyuk was sleeping in. Even Ju-hyuk himself didn't understand why he could sleep so soundly only in Yu-Yan's bed. It was the first time in 20 years that he had slept so peacefully.